3 reasons you're still in pain, even though you're doing everything right. Welcome to this episode. We're going to talk about the 3 reasons why you're still in pain. You ready? Reason number 1 is this. You're treating the symptoms, not the system. This is a quote of mine that probably other people say as well, but what you'll hear me say multiple times, time and time again, is where the pain is probably not where the problem is. So your back hurts. Maybe you injured your back. Maybe you pulled a muscle in your back. The way the body works, and you'll learn more if you stick around for a while, we're moving into teacher mode. I will be releasing videos that talk about the reasons for all of the things that go on in our body and all of the different lines of tension and pulls that our body was designed with in order to keep us in alignment and keep us moving how we're supposed to. But oftentimes where the pain is not where the problem is. And if you remember in any of the past videos of mine that you've watched, I was talking about a tug of war. And usually you get 2 teams doing a tug of war, they're pulling back and forth. The side that's winning the tug of war is not going to be the side that's complaining. It's the losing side. So chances are in your body, your back is the side that's losing. So your back starts complaining. There's weakness somewhere in your body, or there's instability somewhere in your body, or you've injured something and your body is just trying to adapt. This core, this center of our being, this low back, works so hard to keep you upright and moving and grooving and doing and all of the things that you want to do and live to do. But sometimes it gets tired. Sometimes it gets tired from keeping itself upright and holding all of the everything for your body. Maybe your core is weak. Maybe your pelvic floor is not working properly, or your hips are out, or you've got something somewhere else. I'll get to that in some of the other reasons. So reason number 1, you're treating the symptoms, not the system. You're focusing on where the pain is, not where the problem is. And sometimes this is easy to diagnose on our own when we learn how to take care of our body a little bit more. And sometimes it's one therapist that can pull all the pieces together. Sometimes it's a conglomeration of a bunch of things, or you find the right person who's done all of the work, A, for herself and B, for her clients, and seen all the therapists and done all the things and pulled it all together. Save that for another day. Reason number 2. Oh, that light blue is really, really light. You're playing through when your body needs to unwind. Gulp. How long have you been pushing through the pain? How long have you gone and done the workout anyways? How long have you just been pushing through and gritting your teeth and doing the workouts and running anyways? I was there. I've done that before. Your body needs to unwind the tension. It is all wound up and it needs to learn how to unwind and it needs to learn how to relax. So here's this reasons pieces. We've got 3 choices when it comes to decisions and when it comes to how our body is doing. Push, pull, or pause. And this is what I mean by those. What do you have to push through? Because sometimes pain and sometimes on our pain journey, we do need to push through. What are you pushing through? Answer these questions for me in your head, or comment below, or send me a message. I would love to know. Pull. What do you need to pull back from? What have you said yes to? What are you doing that is causing tension or discomfort in your body? What do you need to pause? What have you said yes to that you shouldn't say yes to? What do you need to push pause on today and maybe for the next little bit of time before, so that you can get that low back pain figured out? You can address the system, not just the symptom, and get yourself back on track. Reason number 3, the foundational stability and mobility are missing. Okay, maybe you're doing everything right. Maybe you're doing the stretches. Maybe you're doing the exercises. Maybe you've stopped everything and you're just not sure because things just quite aren't working. There is a system to and for the system, the body system. There are some stabilizing, some foundational pieces, some foundational mobility pieces that need to be part of this journey for you to get yourself to where you want to be and where you're going to be. Borrow my hope, borrow my belief, remember? The Leaning Tower of Pisa, I think it's called, right? We're like leaning over like this. Well, what do you think if this was our body? Let's just do this as an example. If this was our body and we're leaning here, what do you think is going to happen to our body? This side is going to shorten and hold on. This side is going to lengthen and hold on. Which side do you think is going to complain? The side that's shortened and is holding on and pulling, or the side that's lengthened? And it doesn't always work this way with the back, so this is just an example, but maybe it's pulling some pieces together for you, putting some puzzle pieces together to give you some understanding that where the problem is or where the pain is isn't always where the problem is. Let's review those, because I like to keep these short, because do we have time for all of this? Not necessarily. 3 reasons you're still in pain, even though you're doing everything right. Reason number 1, you're treating the symptoms, not the system. Where the pain is not always where the problem is. Reason number 2, you're pushing through when your body needs to unwind. Remember, what do you need to push through? What are you pushing through? Where do you need to pull back? And where do you need to pause? Reason number 3, the foundational stability and mobility, they're both missing. Remember the leaning tower, the push, the pull, the pause. Remember that you can be doing everything right, and sometimes it's everything right, but in the wrong order, which then means you're doing everything wrong. I'm not saying you're doing everything wrong, but if you have been in pain for a period of time and you've tried lots of things and it's not working, this video probably found you at the right point in the right time. Next, I want to show you what this looks like when it actually shifts, because it can and it will, and it does shift. I'm going to take you through my story, more in depth of my story than I went into in some of the other videos, and the stories of women I work with. I've worked with multiple over the years, lots and lots, and more recently in my group coaching program, some really incredible women that I'm very excited to share with you about. So please don't skip this one.